So here I am in the forest again. Some of you might be playing a game of Where's Waldo with me. If you live in the Maple Ridge or BC area, you're probably figuring out where I am or what I'm doing. It's kind of fun. I love making these videos, so I just like to take this moment to just thank everybody for subscribing and sharing my videos and liking them and all this kind of stuff, because I just enjoy making these videos for everyone. It's just a great way to interact with people and to get them thinking about how to free themselves from whatever stress they have in their life or whatever suffering without any sort of confrontational sort of side of things. It's nice to be able to have a conversation that creates a new experience of life for you, you know, and a conversation you can have with yourself, with your mind, and say, okay, is this suffering really necessary? And yeah, no, I just really enjoy it, and I enjoy how you are getting something from this, and some of you are sharing some of your experiences. And so yeah, thanks again, and I'll keep on posting videos. And today I'd like to talk about a way to free you from a very subtle type of suffering that is in you at all times. And Arathi made me aware of this on a very deep level the other day when we were having a conversation. And the conversation went like this. Arathi is a much different person, and as many people will say if they've had interactions with true gurus, you'll see that the person is not, or the guru is not acting in a way that is in congruence with normal human behavior in some cases. There's a larger amount of innocence there, or some sort of freedom. So if you've interacted with a true guru at some time, especially one of very high attainment or realization, you will notice certain behaviors that they have that are very much like children. And whether they're grumpy or whether they're happy, whether they're being gentle with you or whether they're being harsh, there's a certain innocence that is ingrained in all of those interactions. But there is also a certain way of experiencing life that you will notice when you watch them, if you watch them closely. And I always watched Arathi, and it's funny, you know, by watching and connecting, I've fallen deeper into this place that she's showing me constantly. But one of the things she was doing the other night is that she was just about to fall asleep, and I was just wishing her good night. And I noticed that when she went to go drift off into sleep, there was a certain amount of, I almost became aware of effort involved that she was wiggling free of. So she was only closing her eyes halfway and really falling deep into the no effort, into the lack of effort, like absolutely letting go of all effort involved in the process. And I told her, I said, what are you doing? I said, it seems like sleep. It's almost too hard for you to even close your eyes all the way. And she gave me this really funny comment that came with an energetic shift. And she said, well, sleeping's hard work too, you know. And in that moment, I became very aware of how there's a certain effort that I have made, albeit very subtle, that when I go to sleep, there's a certain doing that is there, a certain doing that's present even in sleep, even in rest. And I became even more free of that pattern in that moment. And so it was a very magical experience. There was a opening of the heart area. There was an effort that was usually in the heart that was gone after that interaction. So I was laughing to myself softly as I was looking at the stars later on that night, because it was such a strange way to shift. But this is how the most magical shifts will happen for you when you interact with a guru. It isn't always about, you know, a pie chart and all the and graphs and things, and this is how you're going to wake up now, and this is. It's more about the sharing of this innocence that is inside you, and the surrendering of all effort involved in your life as a human being. Now, when I speak about effort, I'm not speaking about don't do anything, don't pay your bills, don't go to work, don't do anything. But what I'm speaking about is that there's an internal doing that doesn't have to be in the external doing. And you all know what this is. I know when I'm speaking about this right now, you know. There's a certain commentary that goes on inside, like, I'm trying really hard. I'm doing this. I'm gonna do this. It's like almost like a self-empowerment talk, a speaking to yourself that says, okay, if I keep speaking this to myself, that this goal is gonna get accomplished. And the funny thing about that is that it ties up all your energy into thinking about doing something instead of actually doing it. Okay, this is very profound. If you can follow me here, you'll experience something. The thinking about doing something, the effort that goes on with your thinking and effort is actually dwindling and parasiting off your true effort, which will just be a natural dance that will happen. So if you think about something that's going on in your life right now, something that you must do or that you have to do or accomplish, maybe it's going to work, maybe it's raising your kids, maybe it's a conversation you have to have with someone about something. If you can surrender your internal effort or become aware of how that's effort for you and realize that that is just an illusion. You don't have to carry the effort with you in order for action to arise. So surrendering your effort can be a very powerful path. Surrendering your effort, it's really the path of non-doing. Once again, the Advaita. It's not doing anything on the inside, and then everything can get accomplished on the outside because you have so much more free flow of this energy. There's not this filtering through, oh, thanks for the energy. Oh, what did I do this? Oh, I'm going to try real hard with it, and then you pass it on. It's like there's a diminishment in the horsepower of that power when you do this. So yeah, if you wish to become free of your suffering or free of your stress, surrendering your effort around everything inside is very powerful, because you'll notice that everything you have stress around, everything that you have effort around has to do with thinking about something that's going to happen in the future or something that happened in the past. It's not about being here. When you're truly here, there's no effort needed. There's no thinking, no commentary needed for you to just move in congruence with the energies that are happening. And what I mean by thinking, for the left-brainers out there, is the internal commentary, the processing of information, everything that's here. Yes, that will happen, but I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the internal commentary that is like your sidekick in every single situation you're in. That can be surrendered. That can be let go of. If you were a superhero, it's like having a really annoying sidekick that tells you how hard every single supervillain you're ever going to fight is. This person's going to kick your butt. Do you know what you're doing? You know, that type of sidekick would be very useless. So surrender your sidekick. Surrender the effort. And see what experience of life emerges from that. And you'll be quite surprised in what you can accomplish. Thanks for listening.